Right, I think we are ready to go. I think there's 4 or 5 of us for hot seats. We'll be finished earlier, I imagine about 2:33, so we'll have plenty of time. Like if you had a hot seat yesterday, have a second question, need more, if the hot seat takes a little longer, we have the flexibility. If you're not on the list yet, and you want to do a hot seat, you still can, or if you don't want to do a hot seat but you just have some questions, feel free to ask them. Or even if there's something that you want me to cover that I've not covered yet, I can go through it on a whiteboard, right? If you need me to draw out a funnel flow or you have any questions on anything like that, we got time for all of that, okay? So who wants to go first? Or do you?
Jack Murphy.
You're up. I want a smoothie, yeah. Yeah, Jack, take a seat here. So we'll do you want to give the guys some context for a couple of minutes on business?
So we have a website, trendingpolitics.com, and ilovemyfreedom.com. We kind of leverage e-com for data accumulation, cash flow, and we have a recurring membership. So that's kind of how we use e-com.
It's on the board there. Behind us. Just one. Yellow's good. So what's where do you need help the most? Going through the funnel flow or things?
Yes, this is the checkout page.
Okay.
I just kind of want to see what you guys all think.
Sure. And this is the main funnel behind?
Yeah, so if we can go to the order form, or the opt-in page.
Can we pull up this page?
It's definitely not it.
Okay, so that's checkout. So where's the opt-in? It's an email?
Yeah, it's the other link, I
Okay. So other link?
think. Yeah, other link. Yeah.
Okay, so it was, this one. Cool. So pull that one up on here. Can we have it on both screens? There we go. So you send traffic here, right?
Yep.
And then can you scroll down on this screen? And they're buying coins?
Yeah.
How
We're
much are
buying
they?
a coin bundle.
How much
for
is that?
$39.
$39.
Yeah.
Okay.
We get that AOV up to 90.
Okay. So how many upsells for that?
There's order bump. If you want to go to the other page, there's order bump, and then there's continuity, and then 3 more.
Okay, great. So this is the cart page. So we'll click through on here. So, and you have 3 order bumps? Oh, 4,
Only
5.
one order bump.
Okay, so these are just the different options.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that right there, that coding raised the front end AOV by 35%.
By
By putting the coding and then tiering the pricing.
Yeah.
a bit.
The what did plus 35%?
The pricing, the way that's set up. For,
like just the different tiers, right?
Yeah, where we drop the price per coin.
And then have you done? So what are the different take rates on these?
Yeah, so the first one's 70%, and then it goes like 10, 15, and then the rest 5 and 10.
So most people just get one.
Yeah, most get 1, and then there's enough that take 2 and 3, mainly 3, that bump it by 30.
Okay, great. So do you guys get all that? So basically most people take the top one, which is 1, and then, so this price is per coin, right? So that middle one, the actual order value is like $51 because it's price per coin and they're getting 3 coins, right? In that middle one.
Yeah, so actually, if you scroll down the bottom,
Oh, it's 6 coins total, okay.
so yeah, and then it would be 69.9
Yeah.
6.
Okay, and scroll
Shows at
down.
the bottom.
We scroll down on this page. Yeah. How does this look on mobile? Because it looks good
Yeah,
on
so
desktop.
it's the left side that shows up, and then the right side's at the very bottom.
Yep.
So I've been thinking about, after yesterday, putting more copy on the top side of it.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, because So the cool thing about these offers, like free plus shipping, the reason our copy is so direct, like buy now, it's free, is when you have like something that's very self-explanatory, you don't need as much copy. So that's probably why this works, because
we do a lot of free plus shipping too.
you do. I was going to ask.
That really works with the same format.
Just one coin.
Yeah, so like one coin for. We've actually done $9.97
Yep.
shipping.
Yeah.
And that flies.
What's your CPA on that?
Depends how much we scale.
Okay.
6 to 10.
Okay, great.
Then we can get that AOV to 26, 27.
Yeah. Can we go back to the main landing page? What split tests have you done on this so far?
So we did it without the video. Didn't really change much.
Okay.
More salesy at the top. Didn't really change much. So we just kind of kept it how it was there.
Have you tried call to actions higher and lower, like a top call to action?
We have that on the free plus shipping. And that seems to work. But
On the free plus shipping, do you have the payment on the first page, or they
No,
still
we-
click through?
because it's a squeeze page, so we're
Okay.
going for the
Have you
email.
tried just a cart page?
Yeah.
A modified cart page?
And the conversion was like 0.5%
it's half.
better, but then
Okay.
we're losing all the emails. So.
Sure, makes sense. What about, have you tried a cart page where you scrape the email once they type it in, even if they don't finish the cart?
I haven't figured out how to do that.
Yeah, so you can do that. My tech team have done it before. So what you can do is, if they start entering their info, but they don't actually process the payment, you can still scrape the emails. It's like some special code.
Is there a way to do that with SMS too?
Not sure, maybe. I mean, I guess so. You have to Zapier it somewhere or something.
So if you click on the buttons, it'll pop up the opt-in.
So it's just a light box opt-in.
Yeah.
Can we click on the Get Yours Today, the blue button? So this is good for you guys too, just to see this funnel flow. So
Is it broken?
what we were, yeah, it's behind you. Yeah. So what we were saying today is that their company had split tested being able to buy right away on the free plus shipping versus having it like this. And even though the conversions were higher, they weren't getting all the emails, right? So I presume you figured out the emails are more valuable over a certain follow-up series. So that's something you guys can split test too, like on some of your, like, so you guys do like lead gen, right? So for example, was it you guys that had the dating service, the expensive, right? So you could try like that, had that whole application. You could try no application on there, just a light box where it captures the email, and then it goes through to the application, because you'd get way more opt-ins, and we do this on some of ours.
But how would that help with lead quality though?
Well,
If they're giving their email but not qualified, then they're of no use.
yeah, but like anything with email, you'll have 20% that maybe are high quality that hadn't finished that hadn't gone through the application on the page and bounced, and you lost them. But you would still have a small percent that were qualified that you could maybe salvage through indoctrination. Because that sort of service is very unique. They might need 6, 7 emails of success stories, and then a lot of them actually like come out the woodwork and start applying. Whereas a landing page to cold traffic, they might not.
Yeah, and we actually have a abandoned cart sequence that comes off of this, and it's like 10 cents more per email. So
That's great.
if you factor
Yeah.
that into the cost per.
Yeah, it's good, and it's good you know that data, because you know how much it's worth. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have. There's no like, obviously, you're spending a lot of traffic here. It's well optimized. I don't know. Cart page wise, you could try. Can we exit off this? Go back to the cart page. I think my biggest thing, I would have to see mobile, but my biggest thing would be that first page, optimizing it on mobile, how much testing you've done there, because I guess 80-90% of your traffic is mobile, and it looks great on desktop, but it might be kind of heavy on mobile.
So Spaz, our designer, builds most of it
Yeah.
on desktop, then he goes mobile. So
I would,
that's
because I would have the copy shortened and tweaked and redesign it just for mobile, and then try them split test the mobile version, because it would probably I mean, it probably will win just because when you try and build on desktop, like this page looks great on desktop, but it's very heavy, right? It's kind of intense. So on mobile, it might not perform as well. So, and then you could split the traffic too. You could run that desktop page just to desktop traffic. You can run the mobile page to mobile traffic.
One thing I think you said that was really big yesterday is running the retargeting traffic right to that page.
Yep.
Haven't been doing that.
Oh, you've never ran?
No,
Oh,
need to
that'll
do
be
that.
good. Yeah.
So if you don't do
Yep.
that, think about that.
Yeah, that'll be great. So just running retargeting traffic straight. So people that got here that didn't buy, you were running them back to that main page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except the emails weren't, but then I don't know why I didn't
Sure.
do that with the.
Yeah. Yeah, so running them back to the cart page, because if someone's already saw the sales page and gone to the cart page, they might have got distracted, they might need a discount, they might have needed a couple of testimonial videos, and then sending them back to the main cart page can sometimes work better. Because if you send them back to the sales page, what customers will do, the psychology of it, is they'll try and find reasons not to buy. When any customer is reading your sales page, every section they're trying to find a way to exclude themselves and say, this isn't for me. So sometimes the more content you give, when someone's ready to buy, you don't want to give them any more, because it can actually, they might read one sentence and go, oh, this isn't for me because they said that, right? Or this one testimonial was a woman in New York, but I live in Florida, so it won't work for me because I live in Florida and she's from New York. So you've got to it's always about getting a fine balance of enough content and copy, but only enough, never too much, right?
So do you, when you do like e-com stuff, do you see friction as like a really big piece of CPAs? Like as seamless as you can make
Yeah,
experience?
yeah. I mean, more friction, less like the copy stuff, that's more like fine-tuning and testing to figure that part out. But definitely friction from like speed load, one-page checkout versus 2 or 3-page checkout, exit pops all over the place, bad mobile experience. Like that's a massive part of optimization. Yeah. And even that's why that main page, go back to the main page for me. Yeah, click off that pop-up. So this main page is nice, but it's very like image heavy, right? And there's a lot of color and a lot of big black text, which is fine, but I don't know on mobile how heavy it will be. So just mobile, like space, because this sells itself. If someone wants these coins because they're a fan, they don't need tons of copy to buy the coins. So sometimes on mobile, making it a little more lighter and consumable can do better. Yeah. Any other questions on this?
So how do you?
What about the ad creative side? What are you doing for ads?
We have videos going for that, and then that picture is actually working way to kill the badge or the free shipping badge
didn't like
because the text. But the video is actually working better than. Still
So you
image.
took this free shipping bit off at the bottom?
Yeah, it's free shipping, but then $39.
Yeah.
I know. And then
What was that?
What is it you could buy?
the coins.
The coins.
You get one coin or you get a series? Or
You get both. You get both coins. So if you go to the checkout page,
There was different options, like one free, like they could buy different sets, different price points. Yeah. Have you ever tried the price points on the main landing page?
I think we have it at the bottom, maybe. On
I
that.
think I can scroll here to reach it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so what might be interesting is those tiers, you have like the bundles here in a nicer, more clearer design, because the only downside to this is the checkout, right? The only downside to this is like, it took me a minute to really figure out like what you get, how much you get, and like, it's kind of like, it's not clear, right, exactly what you get here. So what I would probably do is here I would have the bundles with the exact coins. Like this is this much, you get these coins. And then when they click buy now, they all have their own unique checkout page. So they will go to one, like the unique checkout page for the bundle they select.
It's like a separate,
Checkout for each,
completely separate?
yeah, for each bundle.
Like not through ClickFunnels then?
No, you can do it through ClickFunnels, but just have 6 checkout pages, and they just each button URL links to a checkout page
Okay.
for that specific bundle. So you can try that. Yeah.
And then while we're on the ClickFunnels topic, how do you track value from a ClickFunnels funnel into Facebook? So obviously all we have is just a generic pixel in there, and we're not seeing the return on ad spend, any
No.
of the data populate through there.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it. My data guy sets up GTMs and puts.
UTMs.
Yeah, he does it through Google Tag Manager somehow. So he puts different purchase values. I don't know if he's doing it through the buttons that they click on the upsells or what. But he's feeding the data back.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can ask him and tell
The
you.
only way we could do it was custom value
Yeah.
on everything.
Well, it might be that, how he's doing it.
But then like it wasn't triggering if they were taking the upsells versus
Yeah,
because
I'll
they go
ask
through the
them.
same flow
Yeah.
regardless of how much.
But I don't know if, because I know you can pixel it based on button clicks too. So he might have been doing it,
Okay.
you know, on the upsells, if they hit yes or no,
Okay.
he might have done it that way,
Interesting.
based on the button. I'll have to ask him
Cool.
how he does it.
Yeah, that's been the
Okay, I'll check.
to manually.
Yeah,
add
calculate it.
everything.
Yeah, that's tough.
It's a lot of work.
Any other question? Anyone have questions on this funnel? Yep.
I actually found it online, and I actually found the funnel online. A quick Google search, and I have it on mobile. And yes, I agree that some of the text is a little repetitive and can be cut down.
Okay.
I'm friends with a lot of Trump supporters, so just cutting out one repetition of saying, "Hey, Trump has officially signed the National Defense Authorization Act." You don't need to repeat that again. That thing speaks for itself.
Cool.
Like it.
So yeah, try it. Mobile optimization. Yeah, I think mobile optimization is like severely underrated, right? Like a lot of guys build the page, they scale, they're doing well, and we do split tests, but we only do split tests. Most of us do split tests based on how it looks on desktop, because we're all computer people that work on desktops all the time, whereas our audience is on mobile all the time. So my team and me, we check everything on mobile, because that's how 90% of people are experiencing the page, whereas our developers, they never use their mobiles. They're on their 4 laptop screens all day. So definitely do more optimization on mobile instead of desktop.
Well, yeah, that's good. Probably should
Yeah.
look at mobile more.
Because we all look at desktop. I'm the same. I'm on my laptop 12 hours a day looking at landing pages through Slack, but I have to get my phone out and click it on my mobile to check it. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Any other? You good?
I'm good.
Great. All right. Thanks. Who's next on the list? Is this you?
Yes,
Great.
that's mine.
Cool.
All right, so this event is actually hosted by my client. It is a marketing conference held in New York City, and it has 5 price points with they're going from $299, which is the basic level attendance, and going all the way up to $10K. Different levels represent the different levels of access you have to the different celebrities that will be keynote speakers at the event, like Dr. Oz, Dr. Drew, Patch Adams, and quite a few others. Now, what I plan on doing some SEO for the site so I could drive some organic traffic, and I'm also considering running some Facebook traffic there.
Yeah.
I examined the site, and I don't have direct access to the data, but there are a few things that I could tell that really need to make some sales points, not necessarily sales points, but the calls to action, the price points more obvious. So
Okay.
if you could examine this funnel and tell me if there are any extra pre-qualification steps, and I'm pretty sure there are, it would be most appreciated.
Cool. And they go straight to this page?
Yep.
To the page? Okay. So, I mean, the first thing we do a lot, so a lot of bigger brands make the mistake of having their headline as their company, right? So this headline is the company name or the conference name.
Great point.
So one of the big things we do with every company and business owner likes to think their business is famous, but it's not actually famous. So a lot of people that know this will come and buy, but again, we're trying to build this to scale to cold traffic, or people that don't know us. Medical Marketing Miracle Conference doesn't mean much to them.
Oh, yeah.
So, this could be changed as a headline. It could be the #1 medical conference in in the USA, and then benefit, right? So you could have a headline that's actually benefit driven or copy driven versus this, because they can already see the company name in the logo. You don't need to take up the headline. That's like prime real estate to re-enter the company name. So I would have a benefit or like real copy driven headline. The date's good. But again, the date and the place, you could have like a top floating sticky banner that's super thin that says 12th to 24th in New York, grab your ticket here, then it has a button that says get ticket now.
And then it will show the different price points, right?
Well, they would click the get ticket now, and then it would show the tiers, yeah. But you could just have like a thin top sticky headline, like floating bar that follows the whole page with the date and the call to action button. Because you have that now, like you have this now, but I don't know if I would keep I would almost replace it. I would either keep this and have another thin black one under it, or you could even just add it here. You could put the date in this top corner here, and then you wouldn't need this part. You wouldn't need this date part here. Some of this overlaps here. We just saw that.
Yes, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, this is good. They have some benefits of the event. That's good. But then they kind of repeat it here, right? I would just, so like it goes, there's like 4 benefits, and then are they the same here or different?
Some of them are a little bit different, although I might have to.
I would just decide, like, if you want, like, there's some good copy here, but you could either just have it here, or you could get rid of all this, have headline, subheadline, a much smaller banner, and then just the celebrity here, and actually cut half this banner. Because this is good on desktop, but this is like a big monitor. On mobile, this is probably like a super long, it's like probably 2 scrolls of a mobile just to get through this banner, right? So again, it's thinking about how it is on mobile. Who's this?
That is Dr. Drew.
Okay. I don't know who that is. What about if you had all the images of all the people there?
That would be even better.
Yeah. So you have it here. Yeah, so this, I would try and...
That is his main unique selling point.
Okay.
The whole goal of this event,
Yeah.
his marketing philosophy is transforming experts in all industries into celebrities in the eyes of their customers and prospects. Not necessarily celebrities, period. They're perceived as a celebrity in their industry.
So if I come to the event, he's going to teach how to...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that isn't clear. I don't know if that's super clear here. See, that could be the headline, right?
Yeah.
Like how to become how to become a celebrity in your space. Something taught by the world-leading celebrities that did it for themselves,
Right.
And then you could change the copy too, rather than just having, like, I think, I'm not American, so I don't know these people as well as you guys do. I know most of them. But you could have, like, rather than re-saying what they do, because you guys know all these accolades, right? So you don't need to be told this. You could actually have their case study. So how Dr. Oz went from earning $80 a week to being a national TV celebrity, how Dr. Drew went from working in a clinic to, you know, because if that's the whole story, is you're telling us, teaching people how to go from nothing to celebrity, you could tell all their stories here.
Well, that is something that we actually get to hear from them ourselves at the event, which
Yeah.
is what makes the thing more special. So would it be better to perhaps provoke curiosity and say, hey, this is how Dr. Oz went from here to there?
Yeah. Well, you can say that and then say he's going to teach you the step-by-steps of how to do it all. Yeah. And this copy, I would just, again, break it up a little more, bold it. Like, they're talking about Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone. Again, have those photos around here. Because people are visual. Like, if I was a massive Tony Robbins fan, and I'm scrolling this page because I saw a Facebook ad and I don't see Tony Robbins, I'm not going to have seen that text, right? Like, it's only because I'm analyzing this and I'm actually reading copy. People that click your landing pages, they're not reading your copy. They're scanning the page. So images, like, they'll only start when they see a headline or an image that's, like, important to them. So anything that's really important to you, you want to have an image, subheadline, or an image of the person. So I would add more images there. I would have this way higher. So I'd have testimonials much higher. I think because a lot of this, I'd have to read it all, but I feel a lot of it's a repeat. It's like, these are the celebrities, here's more celebrities come in, more celebrities, stuff. Whereas most people, like, they get that there's a lot of celebrities at this point, whereas it's probably valuable to show how normal people that they can relate with, like, tell them about their experience, right?
Yes.
And the way I would never do videos this way. We have a kind of clear way we do videos. We never do it like this. So the way we do video testimonials is one testimonial on, like, the left side or right side, a headline which pulls out the best sentence from that testimonial, and then subcopy that's like 3 or 4 sentences from that testimonial, and then the name. And we do that and we just tier it. So video on the other side, headline, subheadline. Video on this side, headline, subheadline. And that's how we always structure our testimonials, or some style that covers that, right? Because this isn't like, I don't know, like the play button is over everyone's face, so I don't know who it is. You can kind of see who it is on some of them, Peng, Clint, but it's hard to read. They're very, like, small. Like, testimonials are your most powerful marketing assets, and this is like the smallest section of the whole website.
I have a quick question.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I tend to write copy where it says you. You can scroll up. I've noticed in a few places on the site reasons why you should come. And was that a point that you were making earlier, not to use that?
You can use it on the landing page more. Facebook don't like talking about you in a negative way. That's all I was saying.
Okay.
So it's fine here. I mean, here, like, this, again, it's just the, I guess this is like a call to action section, right? Or it's supposed to be. Like, this isn't very call to action-y for me. I don't know if you guys agree or not, but we would do ours way differently. So it's just the name again. So here I would be like, get your tickets now, countdown to how long's left, countdown to super early bird. And then we'd have like 4 column like designs of the different ticket tiers, what they get. Maybe that's lower, but I would have it, it's not even lower. Yeah, no, I would definitely do like a big ticket section here. And like, you guys have seen it, right? The columns like super early bird VIP, super VIP. So you would have it there with like the tick boxes of what you get's included. Because this isn't even a clear call to action for me. It's just like a banner. Again, I would write this out, like have a headline, some subheadline, and then the video. I don't like videos on YouTube. We always do them on Wistia because they look way cleaner. This looks kind of messy. Yeah, I guess that's all my, let's see what happens when we click here. So this, yes, I would have that on that first page for sure.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't, and this is just a bridge page. This is a waste because you're now adding an extra step.
That's
So
what I
this should definitely be on that other page, and then it should take them straight to here. Again, this is an unoptimized cart page. This could be way better if you positioned it like how I showed you yesterday, right? Like cart page, testimonial, social proof, guarantee, countdown, blah, blah, blah. Cool. That's every piece of feedback, I guess. Do you have questions on any of that?
One thing I could tell you is that this other Register Now button on the home page does something different, and it pops up an email opt-in, which confused the heck out of me when I tried it, because it is a lot different from the Get Tickets Now actually shows you the price points. This Register Now just gives you an, actually, I think you
They
have to do
fixed
it on
it.
mobile.
Oh, okay, cool. So this, it does a light box on mobile,
Yes.
and you're asking if that's good or bad, or just...
I
It's not bad to capture, like, for high-ticket events like this, it would be fine to, you know, before I clicked through here, you could capture the email. So if you imagine this was on the home page, they click Buy Now, you could capture the email like a light box that pops up like we had on the last funnel, because you'll get a high cart abandonment still, because people will get to the cart, they'll go, oh, it's $1,000, I don't know if I want to come. But then if you have their email, you can be emailing them every day with like event stuff. So it's not a bad, you know, it's not a problem. This isn't very, I wouldn't have this. So on this other screen, there's a pop-up that says get show updates now. So I would fix that as well. It's not like very enticing. But yeah, it's okay to have a light box that captures email for high ticket stuff, because a lot of people that abandon the cart, you can then capture and retarget them.
Good point. Well, the only reason I kind of brought that up is because the lightbox pop-up and the top menu were like led to two different things. So
Okay.
it would be good to, it's
Yeah,
good
you
to
need-
integrate them into one.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. Cool. Any other questions?
Anything else?
You guys clear? Any questions? Oh, great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks. Who's next? There you go.
Thank you. Right, so our business is, for this example, is a science magazine, and you can get a subscription. I was worried about that. I was going to ask to test that. If you, let's see. Okay, that's a good place to start. Can you go back one to the actual, it was a follow-up email with the Facebook screenshot?
This one?
No, that's, yes. Okay, so, so we're a science magazine, can get a subscription base, so, you know, you can get a print plus online digital subscription. The print plus digital access is $59 a year. Oh, the print plus digital access is $59 a year,
Yep.
and then you can get digital only for $2.99 a month
Okay.
or $29 a year.
Okay.
So we are in the very, very beginning stage. This is the first Facebook series
Yep.
that we have launched with, that I've been a part of. So this was the screenshot of the ad itself. It played a video. This was targeted towards our remarketing, so anyone that
Okay.
had visited the site for past 180 days.
Yep.
So thinking about all of the things that we've been talking about, it
Yep.
would be worth targeting more abandoned cart
Sure. Yep.
people versus anyone that had visited the site. Get a little bit more specific.
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to go to the actual video,
Where's the video? on one of the
So
landing pages.
if you go back, it was one of the other,
See if I can do it.
it's that one down there, I think.
This? I think that's just the screenshot.
Okay, maybe it was,
This ad one?
yeah.
But that was the one that doesn't have access, right?
Okay,
So we have
maybe
this-
that's why, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is so the video itself, I can just describe,
I'm gonna pull it over here.
is an image, we're offering a free tote.
Yeah.
And then the image switches over to a collage of the magazine covers.
Okay.
Um,
And then this is the landing page behind you. They go to.
Yeah, so this is, we were testing 2 different landing pages. So
Okay.
we had a short form and a long form. So this is the long
Yeah.
form. So if you scroll down a little bit, kind of going into some of the main
I'm
areas that are,
scrolling. Yeah.
goes into some of the main areas that are of high priority for our readers.
Okay.
So climate, sorry, I can't see where you're going, and then gets down to the actual offers in
Yeah.
terms of the subscriptions.
Have you tried, so for this, have you tried where they actually get access to any of the digital and they can read half of it and then they get pushed to subscribe when they get halfway through it?
Yes, so they can have 3 free reads and then a payment wall. will
Okay, cool.
appear.
And how do they access that? Free reads? Is there an ad running for any articles or blogs?
Just through our engagement posts. So our editorial team will, post stories, and then we actually have some boosted posts that will.
Okay, so you'll run them that way.
Mhm.
Yeah. See, I think for this, so for stuff where, remember yesterday I talked about if someone needs to more, they need to experience it more before buying. That's where free trials work really well. Like this, for me at least personally, I would want to read some of it and see if it's even worth subscribing. This sales page doesn't really sell me on this versus blogs on the internet. So for this sort of funnel or this sort of offer, I would do a lot of free trial stuff, a lot of boosting all my different articles. Like say you have, how many blogs or articles do you have?
I don't know what they're running a week.
So
Do you know?
We have an archive of probably 20,000 articles.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I would take your top 100 articles, set them all up as a Facebook ad, put $30 per article, spend $3,000, find the top 5 articles, and just run a ton of traffic there. And they get halfway through the article or to the bottom, and there's a call to action with like a coupon banner where they can get a 7-day free trial into the full membership. And like that would probably be the funnel I would roll with. So I would run that versus this, because I don't think, unless they're warm or they know what this is, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just not a right avatar, but I don't know if this sells someone as much as actually reading an article or a couple of articles and then having a free trial to actually start using it, and then it hits the subscription.
I was thinking of running, because this is, I don't know necessarily if I would call it a warm audience. It's a little bit in between
Yep.
the funnel and warm because, past 180 days, if
Sure.
you visited the site, not exactly sure of the engagement level of those people. But I was thinking about running a lead gen type of Facebook
Yeah.
where it's actual, top 5 articles of the past
Yeah.
year or something like
Yeah,
that,
that
just
could
to
work.
kind of expose them.
But I would just do it ungated, because the good thing about running article content,
Yeah.
just as a blog, you're going to get really cheap clicks, 2, 3, 4, 5 cent clicks, and you get 1,000 clicks, and half of them read it, get to the bottom, and then 5% convert into a trial, and then half of those renew into a membership. And now not only are you going to get tens of thousands of people to retarget to the sales page, which they've already read an article, so they're much more likely to convert. I probably wouldn't run this to any cold traffic. I would run everyone to content, retarget anyone that's read the content to this, but also try and get half of your sales on the actual content pieces. And this, I just don't think there's so much free information on the internet these days. I don't think this will sell anyone. I mean, test it, I might be wrong. I think you would need a lot more, someone that's never read this, I can't see them clicking an ad and buying this at a CPA that will cover this. You might, maybe if you had a longer landing page, maybe each element here, like climate, for example, you would have to have like 3 articles under it where it's a light box where if they hover over it, it pops up and they can kind of see the content. But yeah, I think this can only sell warm traffic that have already read some of the articles. So I think, this is where, remember yesterday I said sometimes the whole offer can just be wrong and you could spend 6 months split testing this page, but if the fundamental theory or strategy is wrong, it's never going to work. I think the strategy could be better before you try and optimize this page where you're doing more content heavy and retargeting.
Okay,
Just my opinion.
no, I think you're right.
Any questions?
I think so.
No?
Thank you.
Cool.
With most of the medical magazines that I have, high-tech ones, they send you to the abstract.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
if you want to read the whole article, then you got to
Yep. Well, that's the same concept, right? Send them to...
but you at least get to find out something about what
Yeah, I would send people to the top articles, ungate them, and then push them to a trial or to buy there, and then, or maybe go to the sales page from there, or at least retargeting those people to sales page. I don't think, have you got any data? Is it working yet?
It's kind of where some of my questions are coming from as far as just beginning and ad spend, things like that, because we spent $1,000 and got 2,
Sales,
yeah,
and it's a $30 AOV.
it's like 21.
Yeah, so that's got, that's so far off, that's never gonna go. Yeah, and you'll know that, like, if I was running that, once I had spent $500, I would know, probably $300. If I've spent $400 on that, and I've not got any sales or 1 or 2, it's not even close. Like, my first $1,000, I want to be at least a 0.5 ROAS. If I spend $1,000 and I'm not halfway there, I'm like, this is just way too far off, right? And like, like I said, I feel that was too far off. I just think the strategy wasn't right. I think running content, that $1,000 of content, you could have got 5,000 people reading articles, and maybe if 10 of those had converted, that's like what, 0.2% converted into the offer, it would already beat the current ROAS by 5, and you'd have had 5,000 people to retarget as well.
This is probably not something you want to hear, but why not?
Hey. So the model itself, I mean, there's a reason that, very few media outlets are doing, paywalls anymore. They're
Yep.
making their money on ad spend, or on ads, people having ads on their site. What about just promoting all the great content, make it free, and generating income on ad spend? I mean, I'm sure you guys have thought about that. I'm just curious about because it's a uphill battle.
It's
to
hard, yeah.
pay for something that's seemingly free everywhere else. Just a thought.
It's a complicated answer, but in short, it's our primary business historically has been advertising.
Okay.
But there's some indication that, first of all, if you can make it work, it's a better business model. Second of all, you have on the high end things like the fact that New York Times Washington Post make more money now from subscribers than they
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
Slack is-
I've seen,
Like, I get my limit, I'm at 3 of the however many I get to see,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm not going to pay for it.
yeah, I can see it working, but they build it from that way, right? You read something, they block you, and then people that love to read the news will pay, right? Whereas I can see it working, but it's got to be more content driven.
Yeah, so we've had 25,000 people take it from the site itself, and from our.
But they're warm people, right?
They're
yeah.
warm people.
Yeah.
So what we're doing now is because we've had 25,000 individuals
Yeah.
take it with a 50 to 70% renewal rate, we're saying,
Sure.
okay, how do we scale
Yeah.
that up? And that is the part I think.
Well, it's simple. You just answered your own question. You have 25,000 people that did it. How did those 25,000 buy? they became warm, they read a lot of articles, and then they bought. So you just repeat that to cold traffic. Rather than sending cold traffic to a sales page, you warm them up by making them read, becoming fans, and then they'll buy. So it's just a reverse.
You guys have the benefit of being, I wasn't trying to poo-poo.
No.
But you guys have the benefit of being more niche than New York Times. That's why the reason I don't get the New York Times, because it's news and I can find the same
Yeah.
story that's written by somebody else anywhere else. You guys have more
Yeah.
unique content, which is what I saw here.
Well, it's great. If you have 25,000, it means you've got amazing content. So how do you prove to me that I don't know who you are, that you have amazing content? Let me read the top 5 articles, retarget me. So anyone that reads article 1, you retarget and show them article 2, show them article 3. Anyone that's read at least 2 articles now sees the sales page and they're ready to buy.
We certainly should do that, I think, a lot more. I think that to some extent we want to do it a different way because of what you're talking about, which is and I don't have data for this, it's just that it feels, hitting that paywall feels negative.
But I'm not saying you hit a paywall. You're just running 3 different articles as Facebook ads, and when they've seen 2 or 3, they now start seeing sales ads. So they're not hitting a paywall, they're just randomly seeing your articles all of a sudden. Once they've read 2 or 3, now they're randomly seeing your ad to sign up.
So before you're sort of saying like you gate the 3rd one or whatever so that they're halfway.
Well, I just meant do an offer at the bottom. Like, so
Oh, so you weren't saying cut off.
I wasn't necessarily gating it, just at the bottom of the top 5 articles, you have like a coupon like offer, like, because that's what the New York Times do, they have like a coupon offer style box. You would just replicate that.
Yeah, but they
They gate it too, yeah. I'm not saying you need to gate it. I think you can just do the top 5, run a ton of traffic. If they're the top 5, they're clearly really good articles, and then put an offer there into a trial, 7-day trial, and then it takes their credit card and bills them. You can split test that trial with a $1 trial, $5 trial, free no credit card with a follow-up series to get credit card, lots of ways.
Just actually on that point, because I noticed anybody that has a continuity offer that bills monthly, I just noticed the Washington Post changed theirs to where it's every 4 weeks, which means they get
an extra, yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's
Which
good.
We haven't done
Yeah,
anything trying
extra
that.
8% revenue a
Try
year.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, 8% revenue or something. Yeah.
He's got $100 billion, I guess, for a reason.
Yeah, cool. Who's next on the list? Yep.
Okay, so we have our an evergreen funnel that we did run over Black Friday, and we have some stats.
Do you want to give them
5-day
context for the
period.
business first?
Use your mic.
Yep.
Hi. So I'm Krista with Energy for Success, and we are an educational company that supports people in up-leveling wherever they are in their lives. So whether it's a new career change, a relationship, financial, we support people with that with our programs. So we have low-cost programs like a breathing meditation app, all the way to a recurring monthly programs that people register for. So this is a lead acquisition evergreen funnel that we had made for us, and we ran it for the first time over Black Friday for about I think a 4 or 5 day period. So we do have some stats on that. This is what we just ran on cold to Facebook. We ran to our list of people who never bought before, our email list.
Not on the screen.
It's coming up now. Yep.
As well as we ran it on Facebook. So this is the opt-in page.
So it's free to get, and you're just saying it's normally $9.97. What was it? Can I go back to the stats?
Yeah.
Where was that? Yeah?
It was in the email. It's just a snapshot.
Yeah.
So we greatly reduced the price of our app programs, and so it sends people through. We have our app programs, so it starts. Yeah.
So how's this revenue tracked through the apps? It's all pulling it. It's all here, so it all pulls through. Okay. So break these down for us, because it's a little. So this is the opt-in, right? You had 700 unique visitors, and you have a great opt-in rate, 56. What audience was this going to?
This was going to email lists, people who've
Email
never
lists.
bought before, as well as to Facebook cold traffic. So we weren't able to
You segment
figure
it.
out how to segment the two.
So this is
Which
really-
we only figured out the only way to do that would be to duplicate the funnel.
That's sometimes
So we just
best.
didn't do that.
Yeah. Okay, so 56. So it's probably like 70% to warm traffic, re-app in, and then probably like 35% to cold traffic, if I was to guess. So I'll go through the funnel so we get a feel for it. Can you put in can you have them just put in a fake name and email? Yeah. I guess I can do it.
If you want the standalone pages, that's easier.
That's right. Yeah, they'll do it. I think that, yeah. Other way around. So this is Tripwire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For $7. Which is a big reduction. We typically sell it on our website for $97. So we added some testimonials to the checkout page.
So this is good, but it's kind of, I don't like the color. It's kind of clashing. And whenever you do written testimonials, always try and have a photo or a video, because if they don't have photo or video, they seem very fake most days, right? Because sadly, most people do fake testimonials. And yeah, different color. And one thing we like to do with written testimonials is we do the design so it looks like a Facebook comment. So we just copy a Facebook comment and do the design as a Facebook comment, because it just like subconscious brain, it has more authority and it seems more real, okay? Well, we don't make any up. We'll use real testimonials, but if they like email us it or say it in a video, we'll redesign it in a Facebook comment. And this is small. I would like stack this, so guarantee here, and then the big so the big logo here. And I would definitely change the background color.
What color?
Yeah, what color?
Probably, you could do white with a box around it. It doesn't have to be any gray. It doesn't.
Something lighter.
Yeah.
Contrast
Yeah.
to
Why do you need all of this? Why do you need their address?
I don't think we do,
Yeah. If you don't need anyone's address, unless you're e-com, don't take the address.
because it
Okay.
slows people down.
Yep.
Okay.
Is this applied or what? What is this?
I don't know what that's there.
Yeah. So I would just be careful. Little things like we've found also if you don't have a coupon, don't have a coupon box. We found that hurts conversions if you have a coupon box but you don't give out coupons, because people then are like, oh, I'm not buying this when there's coupons in the internet. I'm going to go find a coupon, and then they don't find it and never come back. Okay? And yeah, definitely don't take billing info if you don't need it. Just take zip codes so the card can run. That's it. So going back to the stats. So you had...
That was the Vitality Decoded order form.
Yeah, so this one, right? 130.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. So you had 50%, close, 40%, 30%. And then that's the upsell. Where's the order bump?
I think you gotta click. I don't think you can click on there, but I think it's on there though. Or
Oh yeah, you have to click the drop down, right?
Oh, here, I'll do that.
That's all right. Just interested. So 17, 11, 20. What are the upsells?
I think it goes,
This is just an image. You can tell.
yeah, let me look. I don't have it memorized anymore. It's like
Anyways.
20-something, then it goes up to like 80-something.
What are they? Are they?
All, it's just more of the same thing.
ebooks and
No,
stuff?
it's all guided meditations
meditations.
that are delivered on an app.
Is
So
it
you start off by
reoccurring
getting
revenue?
1, and then you can ascend to get 3, and then to get 10, and then to get 30 or so.
Is any of it recurring revenue?
No. Well, we just, after we ran this, we added a back end of the funnel to try to upsell people to our $300 per month program.
How's that going?
Well, we haven't tested it
Oh,
yet.
not tested. Okay.
So Dr. B did a podcast, and so we're gonna offer this as the gift on the podcast. So depending on how many people opt in, it'll be a test, but probably a smaller test.
Cool. And then, so you made 9K. Average cart value is good. How much do you spend on Facebook ads?
I think I was looking, it was like only like $25 a day.
Okay.
So it was like a test, you
Yeah.
know, to try it out and see how it did and see if it broke.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And that, so most of this
But
revenue.
part of this was to
This
our
was
email
email
traffic.
revenue,
Yeah.
Mainly, right? How many emails do you
Emails.
send? You got
There are a
700
lot of emails.
So you got 700
We
clicks.
have an active campaign, and there's a whole email campaign.
So multiple emails to this offer.
A lot of emails.
That,
Yeah.
How big's the list?
That we sent it to. Do you remember, Ashley? 4,000 maybe? I mean, his list total is like 30,000. I'd have to find out how many was. Yeah, we segmented out.
So maybe 5,000 people?
We segmented out people who've never purchased before, or people who haven't purchased in the last 2 years. So I'd
Gotcha.
have to.
Yeah, so maybe 5,000 people,
Mm-hmm.
multiple emails. I mean, the AOV is great. The problem with the data is, like, again, like I've explained, right? This could be 90% email revenue, and you could be like, oh, this is great for cold traffic, let's run it. And then the AOV is $40, and the conversion rate's half because it's cold traffic versus email, right? So you just gotta, whenever you're testing stuff, always segment it, because this data now, like I would class this as warm traffic email data, even though there was a few ads ran. It's too hard to tell. But let's go back to this. So you're just kind of looking for conversion ideas here. I don't know if any of you guys agree with this, but it throws me off a little having the price in the button. Like, to me, if I was scanning it on mobile, I might think it's $10. I might not even read, like, it's free, or I might think, what is this, like, is it going to bill me $10 after? So I would split test this. You know, you could even have free today, and then under here, it could say usually $9.97 in just normal text. Something weird about having the price there. Yeah. But we do that, but you would, I'd rarely ever have done it in the button. I would normally do it here, usually $9.97, cross through it, and then the button says free today, okay? It's very weird having it in there. But the arrows are good, like we use arrows to point people's attention, because people aren't smart on the internet. Arrows are great to help people move along. Yeah. I guess just, I don't think to cold traffic, having it here is going to be beneficial because you're going to get a lot of apps, but then not many conversions on the tripwire maybe because they're less indoctrinated. So again, I would split test. I would redesign this whole page. The way we do opt-ins is very specific. We try and condense as much as we can into like one fold. So I would try and get this whole page on one screen.
I was going to say also, I mean, you're selling something that's transformative. You're selling something that's transformative, so I would have my avatar
looking at me on that top of that page. I want a happy version of what I want, you know, what I want to.
It's very plain. Yeah, it's very.
I could relate to it better, and people want to.
I mean, I would, if I would, knowing you, I would have Tony Robbins and all the celebrities, you know, all like imaged around. And like I said, I think your big hook is the secret behind Tony Robbins' success. Discover this ancient blah, 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 free today, normally $9.97, click here. I think that would convert way better. And then you could run that to Tony Robbins traffic, or most people that know Tony Robbins, and it'll do well. Yeah, yeah. Of Tony Robbins, Dave Asprey, Ben Greenfield, blah, 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 blah. Anything else on this, or is that good?
That's good. We also, if you'll have time later, we have a webinar we did and a webinar sales page.
I can look at the webinar page, because I don't think I've actually gone through webinar pages with you guys. Do you want to do that?
Yeah,
Where is that?
It's in the same email I sent you guys. It's, do you want to look at the registration page and then the sales page?
Yes.
Okay, so if you could pull up the registration page for Jay Abraham.
I thought I was speaking to someone else.
It normally is the team. I took over. Oh, I do not like the screen at all.
So it was a webinar that actually was successful that we ran with Jay Abraham, and we haven't run it again, but we recently made it an evergreen webinar, but we haven't.
What do you mean by successful?
Well, we sent it, Jay Abraham, we posted on Facebook, targeted his people, he posted on his Facebook group, and he sent it out to his email list.
Yeah.
So I can get the stat.
But this is what you got to watch out, because like I said, you can almost sell anything to warm traffic, right? And scale into cold traffic is very, very different. So, and this is, remember I said earlier, I try and do warm traffic last, because I want to use that small pool of people as like, if I can make, the way I see warm traffic, everyone's like, yeah, I can go to warm traffic and make a 4 ROAS and make 200K. I'm like, well, what if you waited 3 months, scaled it to cold traffic, did every split test possible, launched it, and because the conversion rate's double, that 200K was now 400K, right? That's the logic I use with middle and bottom of funnel. It's like you only have a small pool of resources, so you should want everything's perfect. But everyone does the opposite, where they always launch to middle and bottom of funnel to test. I think it's crazy, because like I want to make everything perfect before I launch to middle and bottom of funnel. So this, because I can tell you right now, I could double the opt-in rate here. So even when Jay Abraham emails his list, if I've doubled the opt-in rate, he's going to get double the people, and you're going to make double the money, right?
Okay. So you would change the color.
I would change it, yeah.
A lot.
I would re-gut this. I can show you, is this a webinar page? So our webinar pages are way different. Our webinar pages are basically, let me try and send one to the guys, because it's going to be easier than trying to explain it. Let's go to the sales page, and I'll show you how to structure a webinar page.
Okay.
It was in that email.
Yeah.
Where's the webinar?
Here.
Is the webinar on that page?
Or do you register for the webinar and then it's sent?
Hey, Kevin, can you get one of our webinar pages and send it to the room?
You want to show? This is the sales page. This is Dr. B. He did a VSL.
Okay, so this is a sales page?
The webinar's free.
Yeah, the webinar's free.
Well, he was just looking at the webinar page of what you register for, and then it goes to the webinar itself. I don't know if they want to see the webinar.
From this distance, and it wasn't so obvious how to get to the webinar.
On the last page?
Yeah.
I know.
I just looked at it like, wait, I don't even see this. It's a webinar.
So that's a problem if the business
It's all
owner,
about
if the business owner doesn't know how to register.
That you're going to where is the click to go to the webinar?
Let me show you how we structure the webinar page. It's okay, the only way is up. That's the good. Don't worry, I work with companies doing $60 million a year, $50 million a year, $100 million a year, and some of their pages are worse. So it's like, yeah. So sales page, so they come from the webinar to this, right? When does the pitch come in the webinar?
I'd have to look at it. I mean, probably 15 minutes before it's over, they do a pitch. And then
And
we
this
have,
is
you
a
had
co-webinar
comments.
with Jay.
It's a co-webinar with Jay Abraham. I don't know if you want to pull it up.
It's about 20 minutes.
No, it was about 45 minutes long, this one in
Okay.
particular.
It was 3 different ones.
Yeah, yeah. We did have it where we had an opt-in page where people could choose between high performance, relationships, and health and vitality.
Okay.
We reworked it because we thought don't give people a choice, since high performance, more people signed up for it, and from his crowd,
Sure,
because they're more
sure.
business
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
entrepreneurs. So we reworked the page to be high performance only.
Okay. So, I mean, the difference with webinar pages, if they've come from an hour of watching a webinar or 45 minutes, so they don't always need as much selling. Like, we do some, like, hybrid cart pages for webinars where it's like a long cart page. What is this? Can you summarize this video?
It's a VSL. He talks about the offer, and then if you fast forward a bit, he actually has it on the screen, and he goes through how you're getting, $5,000 worth of items for only $970. So,
And what's the first 5 minutes?
I mean, talking about the energy and why this is,
Well,
we'd have to look at it again.
Why, what, my reason for even being there.
But wasn't that in the pitch in the webinar?
No, you're right, that was in the webinar. No, I think that it goes right into the offer.
It shouldn't take 13 minutes to go over the offer, though. That's what I mean. If this was a normal sales page where it's cold traffic, that would be fine. But if they've been on a 45-minute webinar, remember an hour ago I said there's a point where you can give too much content and they'll actually exclude themselves. So like here, they might be like, I don't want to watch another 30-minute video. I just watched a 45-minute webinar. So you might want to try, they're already sold on you. They know who you are. So you might just do a 4-minute video, which is the offer.
Okay.
Most of the time on webinar sales pages, we don't even have a video. Like, because this screen here, this should have been in the webinar. Was this in the webinar, this offer pitch slide? Because
I
if
think
not,
it just goes right from the webinar to this if you click.
yeah, so you would normally
You have
have
to click
this.
to this.
This would normally be in the webinar. This like pitch deck here, that's normally the last 10 minutes of the webinar is you giving all of that offer. And then when they go to the page, they already know the offer. They know what it is. You've sold them. It's already had like a 10-minute pitch. And then the page is normally like a reconfirmation of what they
So
get.
this could have all been shortened.
This
and
could just be
blended
like a
into the
cart
last
page.
end of the
Yeah,
webinar.
that's how you
don't
normally
need
do
two
the
videos.
Yeah, so this 13 minutes could have been the end of the webinar, basically.
I was also going to say, split test your webinar content too.
Oh yeah, all the
Like,
time.
Try something in the beginning,
Yeah.
like you let them know that there's going to be an offer at the end.
Yeah.
Tell them ahead of time, this is what's coming, we got a special offer for you at the end. Some people that are interested in your content will specifically stay when maybe they would have bailed out early if they didn't think there was something for them in the end.
We drip in most of our filming a webinar and split testing that is a whole different beast, right? So when we run webinar funnels, what I teach with webinar funnels is they're pretty much the hardest funnel to optimize. But when you do optimize it, it's one of the best funnels to take you to 8 figures and beyond. But it could take months to optimize because you're not only having to optimize the offer, the lead in, the webinar reg page, and the sales page, but you're having to basically optimize a 45-minute pitch or an hour pitch, right? So there's a lot of variables to optimize. But yeah, we often drip in at the start of the webinar. We'll say, we're going to teach you X, Y, Z, and don't worry if it's overwhelming because there's going to be a way you can work with us at the end where we'll help you with this. So yeah, I don't know if you even need a video here, if the webinar's done right. I don't see any purpose for this. Like again, if it's all been on high performance for a 45-minute webinar, I don't think this is needed. I presume they already know it's a special offer for people that came from the webinar. So you probably could start the page here, right? I would probably start the page here.
With no video.
If I had a video, it would be a 2-3 minute recap because they just come from a 45-minute video.
I probably have examples on each one of those about what other people have done with each one of those things, because in the webinar, it's generic for high performance, and then this is for each one of these specific programs, what some people have gone from 0 to, $1 billion with.
But why wouldn't you have each person here and have it as a testimonial video? You mean you have the person in there, or are you just talking about it?
Talking about it.
See, I think it'd be more powerful if you had the person there.
Yeah, sure.
And as a testimonial. They've already seen enough of you. They spent 45 minutes with you. They're good. They want to see other people now that are in your, like, you know?
I'm happy to get off stage, thank you.
I don't know if I would have the call to action here. I don't know, it's just like, again, I don't have call to actions at the top of the pages most of the time, because my idea is if you're trying to sell them on copy, now you're like, they're either going to click it and bounce, or they're now going to have like a guard up this whole time. Oh, it's $1,000. And the rest of the time they read this page, they're like, well, I wouldn't spend $1,000 for that. No, this doesn't apply to me. No, it's too expensive. No. And then they quit. So as soon as you put the price there, they're either in or out at that point. And that's why we offer the price at the end of a sales page, because the whole idea of copy is you're selling them. Every sentence of copy should be like, oh my God, I need this. Oh my God, I need this. And when they've told themselves 50 times they need it, and you say it's $1,000, they're much more likely to buy. Yep.
Because people who already want to buy will know to scroll.
Yeah. I mean, everyone. If you ever go on a landing page and you don't want to read it, but you really want to buy, what do you do? Scroll down, buy. This is good. This like summary is.
It's been good news. What?
Yeah. This is good. So summary stuff, right? Because they've watched a 45-minute webinar. So they're obviously on this page, you presented the offer, they know what they're going to get. So now you're just summarizing the offer again. You don't need to do a ton of copy necessarily.
Also, whenever I'm working on something like this, I go find a bunch of other people that are doing it and put myself in their funnels to see what it is I'm not even thinking about.
Say that again.
Just go find other webinar funnels.
See, this should just
It's
be
not
at the
always
top.
easy to
You got the social
but if
proof.
you can find
You just leverage it.
webinar funnels, Tony Robbins
Just leverage
webinar
it.
funnels.
This should be every ad, every landing
And
page.
learn from
should have all these guys
like,
and anyone else.
You'll come
famous.
across things and you'll say,
Has he
well,
worked with a real celebrities?
That motivated me to
not like Ben
keep
Greenfield,
going
like
or something. So figure out what those
Olympic
tricks are.
athletes, celebs. I would try and get, because you got a lot of social proof in the entrepreneur space, but I was saying as you try and scale to cold traffic, like as entrepreneurs are still only a very small group, right? Whereas if you can get, there was a reason Tony was hanging around with Conor McGregor, because he's trying to go more mainstream. He's famous in our world, but he's not that famous out of our world. And I would try and do the same for you if you've worked with athletes or real like celebrities. Try and leverage that as much as you can too, because it's great you've done all this with entrepreneurs, but eventually you're going to want to go probably beyond entrepreneurs and change the world, like you've told me, right? And Jay Abraham's a big deal to us, but I don't know, if we lined 100 people up, I don't think anyone would know who Jay Abraham was, maybe one person.
So you want a picture of Pitbull?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, yeah.
I didn't. People be excited about
This is good. So on these sort of pages, like these graphics are better because they've already watched a 45-minute webinar. They just need a summary of benefits, the offer stack, guarantee, and sell. Price.
You think that's okay, or is it too busy, or not needed?
I mean, you tell me, is it needed to make the
For
sale?
me it is, of course, because I'm educational, but
But they just did 45 minutes of education.
He was just saying the graphics are good though, right? Because they've already.
Summary stuff is good, yeah, because they've already been sold. Remember, when you've already sold them, you don't want to try and sell them more because they'll disqualify themselves. Because now they read this and they say, well, I'm not creative and I'm not very intelligent and I don't want to get in the zone and I'm already married, so I'm not buying this. That's how people think, trust me. We survey our customers every day.
it's very good.
Yeah, it's got a lot of good elements, but it needs, I was saying when you guys were talking, I was like, just the social proof and the celebrities should just be everywhere. That's like, you could build a business just out of this this page. You build $1 million business just with Tony Robbins and Jay and testimonials and mini pages and social proof and doing webinars with them, running to their traffic, straight to offer. Like, try not to, you don't want to overcomplicate it a lot of the time. Did we send my webinar page? Cool.
There's testimonials there.
Yeah, and I would just move them up. Can the guys
All
grab it
videos.
for me
Yeah.
on here?
Good, you found them.
As long as it's one that, like, it's our format, I don't care. Whose did you send?
University. You own Johnson?
Who did you send? Which one? Huh? Yeah, that should be fine. Can they pull it up for me?
You and W.C. Fields? W.C. Fields?
Any questions on that?
Oh, look it up.
Can we get the mic over here?
Look up the quote, W.C. Here's the mic.
You guys are supposed to be throwing this. Every other event, people are throwing it for 2 days.
Okay, so when you survey your customers every day, is there a preferred format for that? Do you have to, is it an email to all purchasers or segments? And do you have to offer an incentive for them to complete it?
Yeah. Kevin, can you see if Jake or someone's on and get the survey we did for Martin? The email that we did, or check if it's on a Google Drive or somewhere. We'll try and get you the last one we sent last week.
Great.
And the questions, yeah.
Okay, and then the other question was just going back to the testimonials. If you have a static testimonial, like if you just have, if you're doing it in a Facebook ad,
Yep.
so you can't, like, obviously the image can't be, a Facebook comment.
Yeah, so we'll write the copy and then we'll have a picture of the person that did the testimonial, and maybe like some text there, like one sentence, the biggest sentence. How I made 50K, how I went from homeless to millionaire, right? As the sentence, like a news article would almost.
As the headline.
As
And then
the image with text.
Oh, okay. So their image and text, and then
And then the main body of text would be the testimonial, and the headline would probably be the quote again, or it might just be like, find out how James did it, or see James's secret, or how we helped James, or it might be a quote. And if you don't have the image, like worst case, just use a stock image or something.
Okay.
So this is like how we build webinar pages. Very clear headline, clear subheadline, chance to register, when the training starts, what they're going to learn, and about the bio, and then testimonials. That's it. And we do about 25, 30 million a year in webinars, so we do pretty good. Good at a lot of testing, a lot of cash flow, a lot of ad spend, and this is how we structure most of them. This is very, very condensed, right? This is all you really need.
Where do you go after the register now?
So most of they'll register, and we have two types of webinars, right? We have some that start right away. I think this one's straight to like a VSL-like webinar, so they register and it just goes straight to webinar. And then we'll do more official like webinars through EverWebinar, where they register, they select a time, they can either do 15 minutes later that night, the next day, and then they go to a thank you page where it's like, hey, we send you an email confirmation, here's a 3-4 minute video of what to expect in the webinar, here's a bullet points of what you'll learn and how to prepare. And it'll be a thank you page. And then it will just show that 3-4 minute video, and if it starts in 15 minutes, the idea is by the time they've consumed that, there's a countdown timer and it takes them to the webinar. If it's like starting later that night, it just finishes on that page, they exit off when they're done, and they get email and text reminders to go to watch the webinar. But webinar, there's like I think War Room has a 2-day event for webinars because they're so crazy in depth, like they're their own unique kind of ecosystem. So we do them and we do really well, but they take a lot of fine tuning, a lot of testing. You can be 3, 4, 5 months in and nowhere, but as soon as you get it right, we have clients doing 5 million a year from one webinar. Some people do, yeah, easily. They vary. 45's the low end, 2 hours is the high end. Average is an hour to an hour 15.
How long do you want the opportunity to register?
Well, it's evergreen. We just run it evergreen.
John Asperman's thing, the Brain-a-thon, it goes for 24 hours. Have you seen that webinar?
Question here?
Yeah, for the webinar, what's the call to action? Is it to apply, or is it to straight to like a sale?
We do both. This one, I think, is straight to a $2,000 sale, and then this client also has a $15K mastermind where it's a phone application. So we do both. A lot of it these days is to phone application, and we're selling 15, 20, 50K packages. Yeah. Any other questions on, or do you have questions on those funnels?
I mean, with Jay Abraham, with a webinar like that, we have 3 different webinars. It's an ever webinar. Is there a way to use that for broader traffic than just people that would know Jay Abraham? Or do you think
I mean,
it's
you
pretty
can.
specific?
It's probably just not going to convert anywhere close, right? So it could still work.
So if you wanted a true evergreen webinar, then you need to have.
You could still film one with Jay, but it would have to follow all the proper formats, because when Jay does a webinar with you to his own audience, basically he can say what he wants, you can structure it how you want, you can do the landing page how you want, right? And it'll still work.
Yeah.
It's not, but could it have been done better and more formatted and made double the money? Maybe. Who knows? Will it work to cold traffic? Probably not. So it's just like middle and bottom of funnel. It's very easy to kind of get it going and do okay. Whereas cold traffic is like a fine art. Like everything has to be perfect to work to cold traffic.
And is it weird to refilm like the end of a webinar? Like if you wanted to change the offer?
When we do webinars with our clients, we give them 5 endings.
Okay.
So we say take a 2-second breath when you're like about to go into the pitch, so we know when to slice it, and then shoot us 5 endings with 5 offers. 1 to phone call, 1 to $1,000 product. So we actually do that, so we can split test it.
Okay, that's great. Anything else, Ashley or Dr. B?
This lady is stock photo, or that's a real one?
That's her, yeah.
Thank you.
Do we have any more hot seats? Is anyone else supposed to go? One? Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Any other questions? A question here. Can we get the mic? Can we get the mic? You go. Got a catch now.
This is a little off topic, but have you seen, like, recently there's a lot of our accounts that say, like, some of your ads will be negatively affected due to negative customer feedback. And then one account that doesn't have much of an organic or SEO presence got a customer feedback penalty that Facebook has been very ambiguous in, like, how to fix it.
Well, yeah, they're pushing it a lot more. So if they're surveying customers more now, so if you have a purchase campaign and the purchase pixel fires, anyone that's fired a purchase pixel, they will get surveys now. A lot of the customers will get surveys within the next 4 weeks of hitting the purchase pixel. And then they will judge. If you get less than a 2.0 feedback score, your ads will either your account will get banned, or you'll get crazy CPAs and they'll just like ruin your account. We had this for one client. He was doing like 200K a month, and his feedback score dropped below 2, and his account just went like from like great to like disaster.
Are there like routine questions that they ask?
Yeah, they do a survey.
Like
I don't know the questions.
Sure.
I can't remember. I've seen it, but I can't remember.
So for this client that got their account banned, like, what's the recourse? Like, what do you tell them to do? Next steps.
If they got their account banned.
Or just if they get a penalty instructed.
So, I mean, if they get their account banned, they've got to make a new account, right? You can appeal it, go through your rep if you have a good rep. If they get a bad penalty, they can recover it. I can't remember how we recovered it for this guy. I think we were just working on his like customer service, checking everything was okay. And then after about a month, his feedback score went back up, and it started being okay again. Okay. But yeah, you just got to be careful, because again, Facebook, they care more than ever about the user experience, so they're doing more stuff like this, right, to kind of tell about like advertisers that are selling crappy products. That's why you got to build a brand these days and good customer service. Yeah.
Do you hide negative, like, do you have your team hide negative comments, like on controversial posts?
Yeah, we don't check the ads, like we don't do any
Yeah.
comments, but the clients do, and I tell them like, yeah, if it's like a genuine question or it's like something you can reply and it'd be fine, reply. If it's just like stupid spam or negative, yeah, just delete it, hide it.
Well, like the controversy, like with gender stuff.
So the gender one, for example, the owner would reply, and he was like kind of nice but funny. He was like, if you read the post, we actually have women in our program that are way more successful because they're more attention detail orientated, and this was a joke. If you read the post, I actually said that.
Okay.
And then like loads of people liked and commented on his, and there was some that we just deleted and some we would comment, yeah. This one, so, yep. Hey. Right, you want to give an overview to everyone first?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah. So it's our new client, and we actually invested and we partner with them. Just happened over last week.
Is it on?
Huh?
Yeah. Just a little louder,
Okay.
he said.
Can you hear?
Yep.
All right. Sorry. It's our new client, and we actually partnered up with him over the last week here in Texas. So we will be doing marketing for him. His store is GoDaddy based, which is kind of new for us.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
So it's a little bit, quirky.
GoDaddy based, gosh.
We did create, so we're going to be running also ads as well as the organic traffic because we do a lot of SEO.
Yeah.
So we do have so this is actually a funnel. It's not on ClickFunnels, it's the alternatives. And so this is just the rough stuff.
Yeah.
Alexander just changed a little bit yesterday when we have time, but that's what it is. So they have, they just come up also, there are 4 different lines,
Yep.
which are concentrations basically. That's the only difference. Plus they do have the membership monthly and 3, I believe, other levels, like you can invest into 1 year upfront, 2 years, 3 and 4.
Right.
And they actually send you the product which is worth more than the membership, plus you get discount.
Okay.
But it's not here yet.
Yeah. So where are you at with sales, traffic? Totally.
We have not,
Okay.
this is, it's all happening like in the process of signing up all the documents, supply agreements and all that stuff. But I know I tried all this stuff already for over the last 2-3 months. And that's the reason yeah.
So, and you just want feedback on this landing page and
Yes, because this is not, we didn't run any, there's just organic traffic, but it's building up because.
So, I mean, if you're partnered and in charge, can you not just rebuild the landing page?
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Well, this is actually we just started and just to show to him, right?
Sure.
Because this is not his page.
Yeah, okay.
His page is different site altogether, and it's all on GoDaddy. It did improve after we told him to do some stuff because it's so, like, restrictive.
So, the only the big picture problem with this page is, I guess, what are you trying to achieve? You're going to scale this to cold traffic? You want to scale this through SEO and paid ads?
Both, but yes, the cold traffic, because there is no other.
So what I try and teach people when I'm looking at cold traffic is you have 2 types of cold traffic, right? And I haven't gone over this yet, so it's important. You have a type, and this affects how the funnel is built and all the copy. So the 2 types of cold traffic you have is people that know about the product or the solution and they're already sold on the concept, and they need to now be sold on the business, okay? And then you have, and that's normally 10%, right? They're sold already on the solution, and now they want to be sold on the business or product. And an example of that is if I was already sold on CBD. I knew I needed CBD. I've been telling myself for a year I need to buy CBD, and now I'm just looking for the perfect company to buy CBD. Small percent population. The other 90% aren't 100% sold on the solution yet. So they need to first be sold on the concept, the solution, the product, the theory, the offer, before they can even be sold on the actual product and business. And I see a lot of people, like I even teach my copywriters this, a lot of the time with brands, the brand sells the product, right? And the brand thinks everyone knows about them, or they already know. You know, if you're into CBD, you've probably been into CBD for years and you love it. Most people don't still really know what CBD is or how it works or are looking to buy it. So you writing about how fantastic your CBD brand is compared to all the other brands, you're only actually going to be able to sell to 5 or 10% of the population. They're actually looking for CBD. And so this is a prime example. If I knew nothing about CBD, if you guys knew nothing about CBD, how well would this page sell you on taking it? I don't even know what it is. What is CBD? Life-infused nano-sized hemp? What's hemp? I don't know. What does this mean? See, even the testimonial is about the product. The only thing here that would talk to a non-consumer is chronic pain relief. Here, I don't know what is 600 milligrams? Like, do I take 600 milligrams per dose, per bottle, per day, per year? Do you see my point? Everything here is about like this product. And if I knew nothing about CBD, I don't care if it's water. What's water soluble? What does it do? What is CBD? Right? Yeah. So, just like go through and analyze your funnels like you're a stupid consumer that has no clue about anything in the world, right? Because that's what Donald Trump wins the election because he speaks at a third-grade language. It's make America great again. Everyone knows what that means, okay? He doesn't talk about all the intricacies of policy, and that's, you know, he's a smart marketer. So this page would be more of like a retargeting warm page, right? This would be a page that maybe someone went to the cart, maybe people on the email list already, maybe people that, you know, if you got a buyer's list of CBD from someone, you bought a buyer's list of CBD, you could run them here because they're already buyers of CBD. Now you're selling them on their brand. But if we were to be hired to do this, we would have a 15-page sales page about this miraculous new scientific discovery going crazy. It's called CBD. This is what CBD does. You've maybe heard about that term, but don't really know what it is. Right. These are the benefits. And then we'll get near the bottom, we'll get about, oh, and this is how our CBD is different. And now you know about CBD, you're probably thinking, why buy from us? Well, here's an overview. Like, so this could be the bottom quarter of a sales page, okay?
Okay.
So it's just like, it needs like an advertorial before it, maybe 5 benefits of CBD, and then it comes here, or it needs to be part of a longer sales page.
What about the membership? Where would we run it separate?
So again, the membership,
or as in,
membership could work, but it's only going to work to warm buyers, right? Because if you don't know about CBD, who's going to spend $3,000 on it? How much is a membership?
the most expensive of 560
Yeah.
from $20 a month. But
Okay.
you get the tiered, obviously.
Sure.
How much you get on everything, discount, whatever you buy.
Yeah, so if you're a like avid CBD user and that saves me a ton of money, great. But that's again more retargeting. So I think that would be better to be either like a bonus, an upsell, or to be used to retarget buyers. Because really you just need to get buyers buying the product, and then you can start pushing lifetime or memberships or everything like that. But it's like when Netflix came out, people thought Netflix was stupid and Blockbuster. No one would ever watch TV online.
True.
Right? Now everyone watches TV online. Blockbusters have gone bankrupt. But at first they didn't, you know? And they still, Netflix still do a free trial. right? And you think Netflix, everyone knows what Netflix is, they still do a free trial.
Correct.
Same, so that's like your content stuff, right? All the biggest brands in the world still do free trials to get people obsessed with the content, and then they buy.
No, so he's got many different products. I guess it's best, obviously, to test a different product. Anything from $35 to $285
Okay.
per bottle.
So I mean, 285 is a lot. If you don't know what CBD is, I don't think you're going to take someone on a sales page, cold traffic, doesn't know what CBD is. If you have really strong copy, you teach them what CBD is in a sales page. It's still a big ask to push $30, sure, that's spontaneous.
There's one that's like 35.
Yeah, so I would do, we try for cold traffic for supplements or CBD, like sub $100 sales, and then we'll make the AOV up on upsells and like reoccurring revenue and bundles, right? And pushing that all on the back end.
What's the lowest offer did you have with the free plus shipping?
$4.99.
$4.99?
Anything less is hard to make it work from a...
Yeah, $35 is hard to give up, I guess.
Well, 35 can work, that's fine.
How much would you charge?
Not as a free plus shipping, but it's fine as an offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have lots of supplements, $40, $60, $280 or whatever, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's probably better as like a, you could do it as an upsell and you can have emails go into a bundle page for buyers. So when someone buys and they get the product and 14 days in, you know, people start to love it, start sending them a 7-day follow-up like, hey, you're 2 weeks into the product, maybe you love it now, here's an option to upgrade and save.
So what do you mean by 7 days follow-up? Like every 7 days?
Email sequence,
Emails,
yeah. Any other questions on this? Yeah, question here.
I think I just lost my train of thought.
We'll come back.
Oh, no, I got it.
Okay.
Just one little thing in here. I mean, you got to focus a lot more on the benefits. We've already talked about that. But like just an example, can we scroll to where we see the different prices? Was that on here?
This?
Yeah. So like the 6,000 milligrams per bottle, 5,000 milligrams per bottle. On the pricing point, when I'm picking out which one I want to know what that really means as far as like dosage. Like, he had the coins.
Yep.
And it showed per coin price. I think that was brilliant because that tells me like, oh, I get a better deal.
Yeah. We do like per day, and we even break it down per day.
Yeah.
So we'll do the cost per day, or cost per meal if we're doing like supplements that go with meal or meal plans. We'll be like, this is X amount per meal.
One thing I was going to insert on this page, forgive me if I interrupted, was a pricing chart indicating and making whatever John was just talking about here. Hey, there is the price of this CBD, the cost of pure CBD per milligram or per liter compared to ours.
Yeah.
You think it's a good idea?
Yeah, I think it'll be way clearer as like a graphic. You remember yesterday I showed you one of our e-com, like 911 pendant, and they had that price grid with like all the competitors, and at the bottom we put our price is $80, their yearly price was like $1,500. So like just graphic, and then I get this page is brand new, you're remaking it.
Oh, yeah.
So, but when you make a real one, definitely the visuals help. Yeah.
And also get rid of the check next to the checkbox list using emoji or something. If you scroll down to that next section.
Yeah,
where it has like check next to each. Where it has like check next to each point. Use an emoji or something. Like there's already a checkbox in front of it, so either move that to the end to like check it off. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
like,
I think
call out check.
When you redesign it, you want all this spaced out more. Like this is very heavy.
It's busy.
Yeah, but I get it. You threw it up for the day, but yeah, I would definitely have like a lot more copy intro in it, and then redesign it all and do a full page out of it. Yeah. Cool. Any other points or questions? No. Yeah, we have a lot.
Well, because it's not ours, right? We would like to access back to these guys and basically offer or to ask them to give the video testimonials.
Yeah. Yeah, and just be careful. Like, so CBD, if you guys run it, so there's FDA compliance for supplements, and then there's FDA for CBD, and there are two different levels. And FDA for CBD is like one of my partners has the biggest CBD companies in the USA, manufacturing companies, and he works directly with the FDA, and we do some of his stuff, and they're super hot on CBD. So if you're an agency doing CBD, you got to be super careful. Like saying you, by using this testimonial that says buy this for chronic pain relief, that now the FDA will say you're implying that, and that's illegal. Like they will come down heavy on you for any health or pain claim. You got to be super careful.
He did remove it. He used to have it on his website. He just removed it, I think, like last week.
Yeah.
No insomnia, pain, anxiety.
Yeah.
Because that's the latest.
Yeah. If you're an agency, like we have an attorney that goes through it with me, and I would just like we always push back on the clients. So Kevin will tell you, he's our project manager. Any CBD client, every time we send them any copy, I literally make them write and screenshot that they approve this page for compliance, and we're not responsible for compliance. So just be very careful as an agency too, or a CBD company. Cool. Any other questions? Great. Do we have anyone more for hot seat? Okay, does anyone need to go for a hot seat that hasn't been so far? We're all good? Well, I think we're done hot seat wise. Question wise, like I said, we have time. Was there anything you guys wanted me to cover topic wise?
The surveys.
Yeah. Kevin, did you get the survey?
I did not get it.
Okay. I will go. So how we do the surveys is my copy team write the email, but it's like a very short email. And then we do like a Google form or use a software. And it's just, we tend to ask about 5 or 10 questions. I'm trying to think if I can get the survey somehow. I don't know where it would be. But no, it's just general questions. So sort of questions we will ask is, we're trying to pull pieces of copy and hooks and offers out of the customer. So we would ask, what stopped you from buying before buying this product? What made you buy this product? What other companies had you tried before? Why had you failed before? Would you recommend this to a friend, and why? Because they're all like really strong copy hooks, right? So if they tell me why they nearly didn't buy this product, if they said I didn't see enough proof that this product worked, then I'd go, well, I need to add some more testimonials. If they said the reason they didn't buy from other people was they liked my graphics more, or because I had a ton of social proof. Like, you can start to learn the elements that are really in your favor and elements that are maybe not in your favor, and what you need to add more. So they would be the main sort of questions, like why did you buy from us? Why didn't you buy from other people? What did you love about like our advertising, or what made you buy on our website? Because some of them will tell us, they were like, the images on Facebook really caught my attention, right? So we're just asking questions there, and then like for this, we tailor it for the product too, right? So this last one I was talking about was a weight loss product, so we asked them, what other diets have you tried? And we found 70% did Weight Watchers, so now we are targeting Weight Watchers as an audience, and we're also doing an advertorial for Weight Watchers. So you're just trying to pull information out.
What kind of response rate do you see from that? 'Cause I ignore a lot of those surveys.
We got a 5% response rate. So we sent to 20,000, and we got like 500 reply.
And is there anything negative? Like I just see a client being like, I don't want to, berate my good customers with,
I mean, the biggest companies in the world do surveys. Amazon, Netflix, every big corporation is always asking. Every time you ring those companies, they say, press 1 to do a survey at the end of the call. I'm like, if all the biggest companies in the world are doing surveys and you don't want to, like...
So you don't usually offer any incentive?
No, we do sometimes. So This client, I think we did a $20 gift card for the store, and it's all info products, so it didn't cost him anything.
Okay.
And he made money because some of his programs were $50. So people got the $20 gift card, went on, paid $30 for an info product. Probably made like 10, 20 grand from doing the survey. I've made a lot of money from surveys. With my old fitness business, I would do the same. I remember I sent one email, got like 200 surveys, and I made 10 grand because I gave a coupon, and then that coupon generated $10,000 in sales.
So you prefer to do like an offer or a coupon to everyone over like it's a sweepstakes and we'll pick 5
I've done that too. So I did video testimonials, and I'll pick 5 people to win like a month of coaching for a health business. I think we got like 20 different, we got about 20 video testimonials, and we picked people, and then we followed up like, hey, we got tons of people. I realized you didn't win, but here's 50% off our coaching, and we got a bunch of people buy it as well.
And do you ask their permission to be able to use their information?
Yeah.
So you put that into the survey?
Yeah, I think they tick a box at the bottom to confirm. And it's in all of our terms and conditions and stuff when they buy as well.
I was just going to say, you know, put thought into the...
We have the mic.
So put thought into the incentive, because it can create a bias. Really easily, especially if it's a offer for your own product. I mean, if it's going to make you 10 grand, you may be sacrificing the people who fill it out are ones happy with it because they want that $10. You're not going to get the negative.
Yeah, I mean, most of the surveys we do, they're not necessarily looking for like. I think we have one question like, well, how could we improve the product? But we're looking at more marketing-based surveys to help develop our hook, our offer, our copy. Like if the client wants to do more of like a user experience survey, that's totally different. And you would approach that differently, I think, you know? So as a more marketing copy surveys, I would say.
We have a survey.
Oh, you do? Cool. Any other question? Yeah, question at the back. You know, throw the mic.
Do you, in your copy for either the ad or the first page, use those questionnaires so people can distinguish themselves as to whether they're this kind of customer?
Yeah, we do quizzes, like a quiz funnel.
So do you like those still?
We run them for a few clients. I think they are like seen as way sexy to a business owner, but they don't really like actually do. Basically, what I tell my team and my clients is we want the least friction possible to make the sale and scale you up on cold traffic. So if you don't need a quiz, you just add in a whole new variable there. You're going to have 2 weeks of build out, and then what if the quiz sucks and now you have a really good offer, but you put a bad quiz in there and it sucks, and now you're going to spend 2 more weeks testing the quiz and now split testing it, and maybe you now lost 6 weeks and 10 grand in ad spend because of the quiz, when actually the sales page was good, but you don't even know that because of the quiz. So the more variables you add in, the more time and room for error you add in, right?
Good.
So sure, quizzes can work, everything can work, but they all take time, they all take testing, they all take money, they all take energy and resources. So it's like, where do you put that? To me, I want to run straight to cold traffic because I'm like eliminating variables. I have traffic and I have the landing page, my 2 variables.
But in a sense, yeah, with your ad or your landing page, it's actually a quiz question at the top. You know, are you tired? Are you
Sure, you can. That's copy. Yeah, you can have like lead-ins like that. We have that. Like, are you X, Y, Z?
I think that's better than making the person, check the thing.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. And you do that on the ad copy too. We have ad copy like, I think you saw yesterday, is your metabolism holding your back, ? And it had questions. Let's just go through this quickly. So this is, I think this was the email, so very short. And then, so this was more specific. So we gave them actual responses here. And then different diets. Why did you purchase it? So this was I remember now. So this was like a questionnaire survey, and then sometimes we'll do it where they just fill in random responses. We've done both. Both work. This one, I think we did this one because we knew it was a big list, and it's much easier to crunch the data if it's pre-filled, right, versus trying to manually read it all. So yeah, this one, how much weight were we looking to lose? Well, I think we saw a lot of people were like 50 pounds plus. And we weren't really like writing copy for people that needed to lose 50 pounds plus. So, you know, now we're writing more copy for people that need to lose that amount. Yeah, so you can see what you're basically asking here, like what is the most important part of your sales page or copy, right? And I think we, I can't remember which one here, but I remember reading it. One of them was like a big winner on this question. And it's just little things like if that's such a big winner, maybe you have that higher up on the page. And maybe that is now on the cart page too, reinforcing that, right? So, for example, if it was like the low risk and returns, 70% of people said that's why they bought, you would plaster that everywhere. You'd have it in the ad copy, you'd have it in the headline, you'd have it on the cart page, right? And you guys don't know that right now. Like, we didn't know that for this client until we surveyed. Any other, there's a question here, right?
So kind of going back to what you were talking about before you went over this, in regards to like asking a question in the copy. So I have a client who's an orthodontist, and so I was trying to, you know, spark interest in the copy of like, not happy with your smile or like something
Sure,
like that,
yeah.
but it gets flagged for implying
Because
that they
that's
don't
body
have a
image,
good
right?
smile.
Yeah.
So how, like, what ways can you go about that kind of like wanting to get that wow factor of like, oh, maybe I am not happy with my smile, but how can you do that without?
What if you did? We surveyed women, and 7 out of 10 said they weren't happy with their smile. Maybe that would be compliant, because now you're not pointing it. You're like doing a fact versus calling out someone's body, like calling out someone's body image. And now anyone subconsciously reading that is like, as soon as they read, we surveyed 10 women, 7 out of 10 said they weren't happy with their smile. The first question in your head is, am I happy with my smile? So same thing, right?
Thanks.
I had kind of a different question. Just like I have a fitness chain, and they have like 45 different locations in multiple states. And the problem that I run into is, you know, like when duplicating and testing and all that stuff, do you keep the ads generic enough so that they're not location-based? Do you see a better response rate when they are location-based, but that just adds so much time?
Sure, I'm not. These guys are probably better to ask than me. I'm not a location guy.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to answer that?
I mean, we take the time to make it specific to the city.
Yeah.
So we'll be like attention, you know, Baltimore residents.
Yeah, we have some, like, our education company, we found like 6 states had really low CPAs, so we built out ads and advertorials just for those states, and they perform really well. So we found the same thing, that calling out the state, people like it grabs their attention more, right? So, but the only flip side is if you can run generic ads, like, well, I guess you can't. How do you have separate landers for each chain?
Sometimes.
Yeah. So the only upside is if you don't, if it's like a national lander that then filters it with a survey or a question. The pro there is the algorithm's much better. If you can run, you can pump way more traffic, go way broader, way more social proof. So that's the, like, I would have to test both to see, you know, the pros and cons. Like, you might get way cheaper CPAs locally, but is that as scalable, and will it last for a year versus every week changing the creative? So,
I mean, that's just not scalable. Like,
yeah.
you literally have to manually change thousands
Yeah,
of ads, you know,
yeah. So yeah, so you might just do it more landing page based.
Yeah, and we do have a main lander for the franchise that we're working with, and then we just change the top.
Yeah.
I had just an overall question. We just landed a medical billing client, and we're in the onboarding process right now. So we're you know, doing the avatar, asking them for testimonials.
Yep.
But just wanted to get your opinion. What he does is he obviously we want to get him on a phone call.
Yeah.
But the main thing is that the client offers an audit. to show them exactly where they're leaving money on the table, and specifically over the last 6 months. So, I mean, what would you recommend an advertorial for something like that? Because we have a list that we can upload. He has like I don't know, like 40 or 50,000 people on an email list, doctors that we could put on there. I'm just curious, like if you were to land a client like this, aside from what we already went over, the avatar, getting the testimonials, finding out about, what else would you be asking your client to get you so that you could have the most leverage?
I mean, yeah, we have a full onboarding. Like, we ask them like 47 different questions that I kind of developed over the last couple of years. We do 3 different like calls as well. So they have a call with me on strategy. They have a call with our like tech team on tech. They have a call with our copywriters going over copy and branding. So all those variables you want to discuss. I mean, there's a lot of questions. I guess the key thing is I would have a call and I'm more like brainstorming. I'm like listening to what they're saying and trying to create an offer, right? Like, you guys have heard me here, like, you brainstorm stuff to me and I like try and create an offer from it somehow. So a lot of what I'm doing is like listening to what they're saying and thinking how we can use that into like marketing in terms of spinning it into headlines, into offer creation, changing their offer. How can we use that to get the LTV high, the AOV high?
Yes.
So a lot of it is letting them speak and just listening and then pulling stuff from it.